I mean, anybody who wouldn't concede that there was a botched rollout would be ignoring the reality that we all experienced in this country. That was deeply disappointing and frustrating, and to me and to all the people who experienced that, especially those who were stuck trying to find their insurance online. And I would also concede the point that you raised that there are flaws. This was an extremely complicated undertaking, and I can't imagine that an undertaking that large and that complicated would be perfect from day one.
Do you think we will have any action on this? It is an election year after all. Are we likely to see any movement whatsoever on immigration reform?
Well, part of it is, we can talk about the substance of the bill. Obviously, we can also talk about the politics for the Republican Party. And I think that there are some, especially those with a more national focus, who say this is a must for the Republican Party to be relevant in national elections moving forward. By contrast, you have House districts, especially those who might be represented by Tea Party animated members, who say it makes no difference to my political future, or perhaps saying even advancing it might be harmful to that person's political future. And that's where you're having this group that has, I think, frustrated Speaker Boehner time and time again, who's become an obstacle to the national Republican Party moving forward on the issue. I guess it's hard to, when you're talking about the rhetoric of politicians, it's hard to take politics out of it, but I think that there is some understanding that some of the decisions that would be implicit in a grand bargain or say, passing Paul Ryan's budget would have such a chilling effect on our economy that it would be, devastating. Absolutely. 2.7 job seekers for every one job open. That's not a rosy picture. And then the reports that we hear about the middle class losing ground, the middle class shrinking. Those are people with jobs, but those jobs aren't keeping pace with what it costs to get ahead. And I think a lot of Wisconsinites feel like they're working hard, they're playing by the rules, but they're not getting ahead anymore, and they just want a fair shot at that American dream.